Hello, everybody, and welcome to Absolutely. It's no longer Absolutely Marvel and DC. It is just Absolutely, because we are absolutely amazing. This is Hassan. I am Dan, and today we are going to be doing part 2 of the Twitter thread by
Neb's Good Takes.
Neb's
friend
Good
of the show
Takes.
now. Neb's Good Takes. They ended up seeing our video. They saw what we did, tweeted about how crazy it was, because turns out old Benny Potter here got them into comics way back in the day, got them into the New 52. So it's a full circle moment for them, and it's a full circle moment for us, because I love covering the Arrowverse. And Neb has not stopped, by the way. There's another thread that I want to cover. I don't know if we can, because it's all their favorite clips and moments from the Arrowverse.
Oh,
so
really?
we might get copyrighted.
You know what? Screw it. Maybe we'll do it, and we'll just completely let it get demonetized, and we'll just do it for fun.
Absolutely. But let's get into it.
Yes, but first, however, we are sponsored by Into the AM, where you can go to intotheam.com/absolutely. Use code absolutely. You can get some great shirts. I have one. It's downstairs in the drying machine because I finally got it. My God, I will just say, for the longest time, I thought Benny was talking them up with like the softness. Yeah. No, they are so soft. So intotheam.com/absolutely. Definitely go check it out, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in.
Lucifer was retroactively added to the Arrowverse during Crisis on Infinite Earths, where it's confirmed the show takes place on Earth 666. The cameo accidentally also puts Watchmen in Arrowverse canon, as there's a billboard for the HBO show in an establishing shot. Whoa, that's kind of cool.
So this is the established shot that they're mentioning, and right down here.
That's pretty cool.
Got Watchmen. I love when they do stuff like that retroactively, and they just bring something else in, and then they're like, oh, wait, we forgot that they already connected themselves to this, and now we've just created a chain of trouble with continuity.
I really love Tom Ellis as Lucifer. I thought he was so fun. So good to see him.
I never actually saw the show. I think I remembered seeing his, like, because he was only in it for what, like a couple minutes?
Oh no, yeah. He had like a really fun scene where he hits on Oliver's daughter, and he has like clearly like some old dynamic. He walks in with like a couple of hookers or something onto the scene. Yeah, he was only in it for a couple minutes, but he had like a substantial thing to add to the plot, which is fun, and I love to see. He wasn't a big part. He didn't end up jumping worlds or anything, but I enjoyed him, and it's fun because Tom Welling, our Smallville Superman, plays Kane in Lucifer.
Oh, really?
So he's an actor in that show as well. So it would have been fun to see them on screen together.
That's awesome. All right, so next up, we've got the Arrowverse. Batman killed the Joker and left Gotham in 2015, but never returned, with Batwoman investigating his disappearance. This storyline was dropped with Ruby Rose's departure, and as a recasted Kate Kane is written out to investigate this off-screen and probably won't resolve it.
Okay, and people gave me some crap for it, and validly so, rightfully so, that I just like hate on it because of the trailer without actually having watched the show. I personally don't think I'd enjoy it. Maybe one day I'll give it a shot. I do think this is insane, because I actually did like Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose was very fun on Crisis on Infinite Earths. She had a fun energy. Why would they not recast her off the jump? Like, even if you replace her with Ryan Wilder or whatever, they took some time to recast Kate Kane. They like had already replaced her with the other actor. And this actor's fine. I think she looks dead ringer for Ruby Rose and all that. But I think it's very hilarious. The Batman situation, which I think we should talk about at some point. I think there's some kind of legality with Batman going on about TV show appearances. Because it's confirmed that Batman cannot appear in the Penguin show. Only Bruce Wayne.
Interesting. Because I know that was also the case with the... Oh, is that the replacement?
Yeah, looks so much like her.
Wow, they did look very, very similar.
They have great hair.
She looks like a young Angelina Jolie with short hair. Anyway.
Oh, and here's the thing. They're both drop dead gorgeous. Just the most beautiful women, too. But yeah, so Batman conspiracy theory hat on, okay? So Fox had the TV licensing for Batman. They did it with Gotham.
I saw your tweet on this.
Disney bought Fox. So while the studios have all the movie rights to that show, I think that the live action television rights are still held by Disney Fox in some kind of merger chokehold. So not even that they can't make anything with it. They're Disney. I don't think that it's a conflict of interest. But they can hold it apparently. That's why Robert Pattinson's Batman cannot appear in the Penguin show, but he can appear as Bruce Wayne. And on Titans, we had Bruce Wayne, but no Batman, a shadowy figure Batman. On Gotham, we had, we thought the Gotham finale would basically be a Batman episode, but he shows up only in the very end. So we shall see. We'll continue past this, but yeah, that's my conspiracy theory.
No, it is. It's actually pretty funny because of the fact that like it's always said as jokes as Bruce Wayne and Batman are two separate people.
Yeah.
When it comes to the copyrights, it turns out that they actually are because, like you said, Bruce Wayne is in so many different things, but very rarely do they say. I don't even think they ever actually say Batman. A lot of the times, it's either like a shadowy figure, or it's implied, or it's like said in a roundabout way. Yeah. But that is interesting. Speaking
is so
of
cool.
Batman, to date, Batwoman is the only live-action show or movie that used comic-accurate white eyes for the main Batsuit.
I love that. Putting the domino mask on underneath the cowl, like the Ruby Rose looks incredible. I'll have to say though, Ryan Wilder looks way cooler. That looks awesome. Like I love that look. I heard they came back onto Flash. I need to go back and watch that episode because I wonder if they had this because this is such a cool.
I like it because it's one of those ones that I could see people's thought process of being like, oh, it's like it looks weird, like. Yeah, but it makes sense because it's functional. If you see, like, if you're in the middle of the night, they're probably infrared. They're probably like anti-flare. They're probably everything.
The domino mask was always my favorite things that they never really got right in live adaptations. This looks pretty good. I think that like the dream is going to be when it's like big budget things like Nightwing having one. They give him the white eyes, but they do the Tom Holland Spider-Man expressive like trick with it.
Yeah,
like
where
the
like
Deadpool expressive the Tom Holland one, and then suspend our disbelief as to how that works and how it functions because I would really like that. But I love this. She looks awesome. She looks awesome.
She does. No, like
I love
she
her
was a
curly
good
hair.
Replacement for sure.
They did such a. I like that they let her have her natural curly hair, or like even give her a wig that was curlier or something like that, rather than giving her a straight wig or something like that. That looks so good.
Yeah.
In The Flash Season 3, the concept art design for the rival was adjusted because he looked too similar to the previous season's villain Zoom. This results in one of the ugliest suits ever produced. I'll agree. Look how cool the concept art is. Oh my God, we were robbed.
Oh my God. This is the Mom, I want the Flash villain. Honey, we've got the Flash villain at home. Okay.
This guy was hilarious too. He goes, "Hey Flash, where you at? Let's fight." He was crazy. He was Wally West's reverse Flash.
God, this honestly looks like if DC and Marvel did a crossover and Ghost Rider and the Flash were merged.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool. Don't wish that in existence. If you go back to the other picture, I will say like the suit itself looks so awful. Like the bird cowl, I hate, but the suit is like so ugly. Also, like we know who the rival looks like. The rival does not look. What a weird interpretation of that comic book character.
Oh, that is sad. That's one of those ones though that you really do feel robbed a little bit.
Oh yeah.
To get that. Oh, all right. Moving on to the next one.
In Arrow, season 2, 19th episode, Stephen Amell does this funny ass scream when Deathstroke is beating the shit out of him. Wait, please play it. Oh my God.
Oh, I won't play the sound.
I can hear it.
Can you hear it? All right. Well, I can't hear it. Hopefully it's Oh, hold on. There we go.
Sounds so funny. Okay, we got it, Dan. Hopefully it'll be in the recording. That's really good. That's really good.
Oh, that. You know what? At least it wasn't the Wilhelm scream. I will say that. Could you imagine if Deathstroke just throws Oliver Queen off something? Just hear Wilhelm scream. But no, that
could see it happen, honestly.
That was funny, though. I love stuff like that when it's... You can tell that it was probably something that they didn't feel comfortable with, but like one of the directors, like, I want you to scream at this part. And they're like, ah!
Okay. In Arrow Season 3's mid-season finale, Oliver is impaled by Ra's al Ghul and kicked off a large mountain. Fans were so excited to see him get revived by the Lazarus pit. The obvious conclusion to make. Instead, He actually survived the fall and just needed stitches and herbal tea. Which, like, do you remember this moment? I thought about this forever. That this is the moment that the Arrowverse
First off,
was like,
that looks so real.
oh my god! And also, those swords were like the coolest things ever. They like had a kind of curved hilt, and I love the blade.
That's
yeah. Thought he died. And then Boss Logic made all this incredible art.
This would have been so good. It would have been so good and would have given them so many different plot points to go through.
Yeah, you could make Oliver angry again. You could do anything, really. Make him not angry. Give the Lazarus pit a different effect. I don't care. It's a Lazarus pit.
And it's not like you can't even say, oh, they didn't use it, because isn't that how they brought Sarah back like the first time?
They did bring Sarah back that way. They brought Sarah back and I believe one other person through the Lazarus pit. And guys, honestly, any use of the Lazarus pit is better than Titan's use of it, where they took a Lazarus pit under Gotham and then they somehow used Raven and Starfire's powers to carry it up into the sky to make Purple Rain fall down as Purple Rain by Prince's playing to revive all the people who died in Gotham.
That was
the dumbest thing.
That was the dumbest thing, because it was also either followed by or preceded by Beast Boy summoning a bunch of bats that lifted Dick Grayson into the sky and took him off. Anyway, we're not going to be talking about.
We're not going to talk about Titans here. In Arrow Season 1, Warren Christie plays Oliver's childhood friend who becomes a neurosurgeon. And Batwoman, Warren Christie plays Hush, the Batman villain who is Bruce Wayne's childhood friend who went on to become a neurosurgeon. I'm not making these up. Yeah, they did recast Warren Christie and do that twice because Arrow Season 1 is a Batman show.
It really is.
Handsome dude. Great looking Hush. Handsome dude. I'll give it to you. This would have been Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse, which is kind of great.
I didn't realize that they did Hush on Batwoman, though.
They did, yeah. Looks cool.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's not the worst thing.
It's also not the best, but, it's definitely not.
Pick your battles, right?
Exactly.
And Flash Season 1, Mick Rory / Heatwave is introduced as a sadistic, fire-obsessed criminal, believing his true self was revealed by the burns on his body. In Legends of Tomorrow Season 6, he gives birth to 48 alien squids from his nose.
That was really the season that Legends of Tomorrow really went off the rails.
Yeah.
Going because he meets have you not seen this one?
No, I think this is I'm right before this.
They get they get sent to this planet, and he runs into this female bounty hunter alien, and they, I guess, fall in love, and she impregnates Rick.
Oh, I love that.
And gives
I love
birth
it.
Through the
he
nose.
Claims he left, or he's happy the show ended because of how angry was the direction they took his character. I refuse to believe that his performance is too good. I think he was having the time of his life doing all this campy stuff, and he's just mad that it got canceled because and rightfully so. They unceremoniously canceled a show that was very beloved by fans. But I always liked Legends is a different show, and I like that I don't mind adjusting tonality, because if we ever need this original sadistic Heatwave to come back to Earth 1 to be a villain, we'll just get one from another Earth.
Exactly. I mean, heck, they did that in Legends with the alternate reality
Citizen Cold.
Yeah,
he's gay now, and he's great. And they did it in Crisis on Infinite Earths. There's a moment where an Earth is destroyed and a Wave Rider is destroyed, and they're left with just Mick Rory, who just spends the whole crisis, because he's not our Heatwave. He spends the whole entire crisis just babysitting baby John Kent, which is incredible.
Awesome. I will say, though, in his defense, if you were first casted as this guy, like a villain, and then were turned into
for
a
sure,
father of 48
and he's
aliens,
he writes sex books, right? He writes right. Yeah. So I absolutely understand that, but I always felt like he's having too much fun. He's too good at this to be hating it.
Right.
Versus
either that or he's one of the best actors of all time.
Right. Versus Candice Patton, when Candice Patton's given material that she doesn't enjoy, she doesn't perform with it. She's like, Barry, the Team Flash is the Team Flash, and I'm the most important. Remember, we're the Flash together, not you. Okay. I'm your lightning rod, Barry. Yeah, so.
That was always the worst when she would
It's
always
crazy
just
when she
bring
says
that
the
up.
words, I'm
Yeah.
your lightning rod. Are you kidding me? You can't say that. He can say that to you. Whatever. Arrow Season 5 had a special 100th episode to celebrate just how far the gritty drama had come over the years. Awkwardly, this had to be written during the crossover where aliens invade Earth and kidnap the president, so the cast are placed in a simulation pods to relive memories. Yeah. I can't say I was the biggest fan of that MacGuffin. I do love seeing this cast together, though. Only because Smallville's 100th episode changed the paradigm of the show forever, and it was really, really like well done. And then it's like I like 100th episodes hold weight. That said, we got to revisit some old favorites, so I'm fine with that.
All right.
In the 5th episode of The Flash Season 5, Iris jumps off a building to unlock Barry's handcuffs and save him while free-falling. This isn't a complaint. I actually just love everything.
All right.
I'm trying to see if it looks cool. Oh, okay,
I remember that. I actually do remember that scene because the guy was like the super creepy contortionist.
Yeah, he was. And
of course, though, they don't really fully understand.
And look who we have in the background. Hartley.
Oh yeah, wasn't this his last season?
We got old Ralph Dibny. I believe maybe next season is last season. Maybe it was this season where a perfectly shape-shiftable character canceled for decade-old tweets was cut from the show instead of recasted because, in fact, we can't think. Don't worry, his supporting character, his Sue Dibny, his wife in the comics, will continue to be on the character as a person giving lots of money to Team Flash and helping Iris fund her operation. Yeah, Sue Dibny is paying for the expansion of Central City Citizen. It's really dumb.
I will say the only thing that I could potentially see as their reason for not recasting was that they could not find anyone else to really get the proper vibe of what he had established Elongated Man as.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I totally get what you're saying.
That being said, though,
so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Anyway.
So they would do it. I will say Sue Dibny, super hot, very fun energy. Glad she stayed on screen. She's so great. And it wasn't even like she's very attractive. Yes. It's the way she acted as Sue Dibny. I'm like, God damn, you are just a little firecracker. Look at you. In the Flash episode or season 1, episode 15, Barry time travels while attempting to stop a tide wave from hitting the city. This means the Barry accidentally abandons the show's original timeline. So from their perspective, the Flash has vanished. Central City got obliterated by a tsunami.
Oh, yes. I love when they bring those things and they just remind you of how it would have actually gone.
It was that time travel sequence is so iconic, and then they really ruin the concept of it because here's my pitch. Time travel like that creates another Earth every single time. But instead, they're like, timelines are different across multiverses, and multiverses are different, and I'm Barry Allen. No, it creates a different multiverse because this should have been revisited. And the original Flash timeline should have been revisited. We end up with a thing of like time travel holds no real consequence. All these people are left without a Flash, and time traveling by accident. He was like in pain running that hard. It was an incredible scene. I love this sequence. The sequence was so cool.
I remember that episode like very vividly as well because it was such a iconic and important one for the character as well because it was really like the full potential being unlocked of like, hey, you're capable of a lot, Barry.
Oh yeah. And then what happens when it happens. In Arrow Season 4, Oliver finally started going by the name Green Arrow. Unfortunately, his new suit wasn't green enough, so in many scenes, there's a filter tracked over him to specifically make his costume green.
Oh my god. When you hear that that's what it is, you can so easily see it.
It's so embarrassing. Oh my god, I can see the recoloration. Look at her hand. Look at the artifacts on her hand.
Oh my god.
Also, this moment, they're peak. They are so attractive together. They're in their little BDSM costumes. Yeah, I'm going to say it like it is, okay?
Yep.
That's what they're wearing. And then instead we go with Felicity, which I didn't like Laura and Oliver early on. I think eventually, like by season 4, they had this like beautiful, loving friendship dynamic that you could build a nice romance on top of.
God, that is so funny though.
Yeah. It's comical.
It at first it kind of gives you those vibes of like when you look into a light too long and then you look somewhere else and there's just that spot.
I don't know why they couldn't design costumes to be better colors. For whatever reason, The Flash usually designated the 15th episode as the big episode where they blew their CGI budget. The 15-1 is Tidal Wave.
Yep.
15-2 is King Shark, which love King Shark.
Which honestly looks really good.
Looks incredible. 15-3 is Barry running through the Speed Force. No, Speed Force Lightning is following him. Wasn't this...
Or was this
maybe this isn't season
Force
3?
Quest?
I think this might be season 4 when Barry, I don't remember what season it is, he comes back from the Speed Force and he gets that new suit. I think this is the episode where he goes into Flash time, where a whole episode happens in a few seconds. And I think I could be wrong, guys, and he's going in there to get the Quark Sphere so that he can use the lightning in the Speed Force to hit a nuke so that nothing explodes. I think that's what this is.
Comic logic.
Yeah. Grodd versus King
that
Shark.
Episode. Honestly, I enjoyed the fight between the two, but it was also one of those ones where it was just like, it stood out. Yeah. Like they're fighting, you could tell it was just this CG fight, and you see everything else is real, and it. Anyway.
Yeah. Somebody in our chat said he got the idea off Iris. He gets all of his ideas off Iris. He's not smart in this show. Despite always being referred to as yellow, the Flash's lightning has always been orange for the entire show's run, and we just kind of pretend it's not. Meanwhile, Jesse Quick and Impulse and Kid Flash all have yellow lightning. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I was... Oh, yeah. I remember when he started being able to, like, really control it because he went all zen.
Yeah. I remember when she was on the show before she was written off and unceremoniously killed in a particle wave, and no one ever brought up her loss or mourning her as a character. I'm Jordan Fisher. I'm playing Kid Flash. I will say, though, like, at a Twitch party about this, by the way.
Oh, really?
I can happily say, if it's okay for me to make fun of Bart, I've made fun of it to his face already. So...
That's fantastic.
It's crazy. He's playing like a 24-year-old who acts like a child, and she's playing a 30-something-year-old that acts like a child. I don't mind the performances. I just wish they were like canonically younger ages.
Right. Whenever people say the yellow lightning versus orange lightning, though, like orange just makes more sense. He's wearing red. You got to have a little bit of red.
It's a better color contrast.
Exactly.
Every color has been used for a speedster's natural lightning trails except for green. The only cases of green lightning being when the Speed Force got infected by the Spectre's energy. It was a whole thing. And then from the Still Force. I don't have time for this. Yeah, true. I remember the Spectre lightning. I always hated that because at one point, lightning had like very distinct meanings and colors that meant different things. And then they threw it out the window at some point. And then Iris is like, I have purple lightning, Barry, because we are the Flash, Barry. Don't you get it? I have purple lightning. And it's supposed to like tee up because Nora has purple and orange lightning. But there are ways to do that didn't just like add somebody the color spectrum just for visual intrigue. Well, whatever. It's a CW show. It's okay. With some of the early Arrowverse costume designs, to avoid the suit being fully bright colors, they just paint the bottom halves black gradient. They would. I liked it on Tom Cavanaugh's suit. Yeah. I always thought it made him look thing. This was kind of cool. I love the picture they used. Yeah.
Like this one looks like an actual costume that would honestly make sense for the character.
It would. I think it's hilarious though that later in the show, Thea takes this costume and just wears it as her costume. But it looks entirely different. So she pretends that she's like, yeah, I just, readjusted the jacket to look good on me, like using the threads. But I think Thea's threads are in the middle of her suit while Roy's are on the sides. But it was always like, that's Roy's suit when she becomes Speedy for a little bit.
My favorite line with, I think it was, I don't remember what season was, but when he's like, Roy, I know that's you. You just put a hood up. Like,
yeah.
I haven't seen Arrow in a long time. Anyway, on to the next one. The Flash Season 6, Episode 8 features a scene where the villain magically gets away, but Barry actually chases and catches them. This is highly unusual. Wait, what?
What?
I don't know what it's referring to be honest with you.
Let me, the Flash Season... Yeah, no, yeah, that's... I do know what they're talking about. I don't remember who it was, but Barry every once in a while will actually stop people. But 9 out of 10 times when he does these sequences, it's just like, I chased them all around town. I can't find him. Iris, what do I do?
Oh my god!
I'm the Flash.
For you. The Flash season 3
finale features a shot.
That is fantastic.
Oh. God.
It's everyone's what everyone wished they could do to that suit.
Somebody tweet at Neb and tell them that we're actively doing this, please. They'll get a kick out of it. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Lady Shiva was planned to appear in Arrow Season 3. It's possible that she would have been in the Hong Kong flashback, but was replaced by Katana. In Season 8, Katana returns to fight China White, played by Kelly Hu, who has voiced both Katana and Lady Shiva in the past. Oh, love the connection. I also believe this actress played... or maybe not. I don't know. She played somebody else significant in another comic book property. I think she might have been Kimiko in Deadpool, but I could be wrong about that. She was somebody.
She looks very familiar.
Not Kimiko. She's in Logan. She plays the girl in in the Wolverine, the second Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie that was actually really good, where he has to go fight that old man. I think she plays her granddaughter, Tatsu something Yamashiro. I don't know.
That's one hell of a memory you got there.
It's not great. I could be wrong.
I will say Katana is, I feel like, a better character to use than Lady Shiva, just because she's got more depth to her.
Yeah, Lady Shiva's terrifying though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. In the Arrow plot, Laurel tells Oliver she can't see him as a master of the universe. Oliver, in his final act, creating a universe. Aww. Yeah. Well, he's back now, so welcome back, Mr. Queen. She was the friend of Wolverine while he was in Japan. Yeah, I was right. Okay, and she had red hair. That's what I thought. In the Flash Season 8, Reverse Flash grabs a plane out of the sky and hurls it at Barry, who catches it and drops it on the side, definitely killing several people. Wait, hold on. Oh my god.
He just hurls it.
Holy crap.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He had like the strength force in him. Oh my god, that's incredible. That's incredible.
All right, we got to see this one more time. Because that is just... This fight's not bad.
Oh, it's not. It's kind of stupid. The biggest issue with this fight... It's not even like a passenger plane. It's like a fucking Boeing also, something.
Look how low it is. Like, it's already lower than the height of the buildings.
There was a terrorist attack happening in Central City at the time. Someone was 9/11, and then Reverse Flash intervened. He's like, no 9/11 today. It's always on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh.
This is so dumb.
It's so good.
I think the thing about that was embarrassing and frustrating about like the quality here. It's not even necessarily the physical effects on the bodies. Something about the city boxes. Because I was watching Superman and Lois last night, the new episode of it, and they had a scene where like everyone's running, right? And the Flash is known because they once recycled a scene from a year before because they couldn't film a bunch of people of like the running in the middle of the street where everyone's like tripping over each other in the middle of a plaza. It looks so stupid on the Flash. And on Superman and Lois, it manages to look very real. And that's my biggest issue with the Flash. I think like the way they fight, where they fight, the locations look so weird and so bad and so like haunted. But yeah, some Arrowverse shows are infamous for their bad, degrading CGI quality. However, Black Lightning is one example of the CW show where the VFX quality relatively improved over time. Wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I never saw Black Lightning. Like I
saw the first
things,
season. I didn't see China Anne McClain get her powers, but I'm loving it.
Yeah. Wow. That looks really good.
Some Miss Marvel stuff right here, and she's acting really well too. I think that's the biggest thing. You have to have an actor that's willing to sell it, because you feel crazy. Imagine just being on set and just feeling, powers in me flowing. Like I'd feel insane because that's what she's doing. Like it's too much power. Like she's doing that, and there's nothing else happening.
It's like Brandon Ralph when he talked about his first time being Superman and flying. I don't know if you've ever heard him talk about that. And he talks about like when like early on the flying was so hard to make it look natural that he was the one to like suggest like the way to go around turns and like really bank in the turns and stuff. It's an interesting one. It's a fun
That's
listen.
so cool. And to piggyback off that, Superman and Lois season premiere, season 3, incredible flight scenes, some father-son flight racing scenes, and they're done so amazingly. I'm biased, he's my friend, but I think it looks really, really good. No.
I feel like we're going to be hearing a lot of biased stuff from you.
Oh, for sure.
Season.
I haven't told you all the people in the Arrowverse that I'm friends with. I'm waiting till I bring up. There's one other person that I'm really good friends with, and I've been friends with him since I was like a kid that I haven't brought up yet, but I'll bring it up when he pops up. After Arrow and The Flash season 4, it became a running joke in the community. The Arrowverse were cursed to have their 4th season be the worst. This curse was broken by Supergirl, which actually peaked with a great 4th season, but had the opposite problem as a result. Nothing else was good after
Everything was bad after.
I remember this is good. Love Dreamer. She's a queen. This suit was really cool. A good way to differentiate the characters. John Cryer, I really was skeptical as him as Lex Luthor. He was really good. He was really fun. He's very different. Oh my God, what's her name? Miss something. She's like the lady. There's like a thing that Lex Luthor yells, and that's who this Tessmacher, Miss Tessmacher. That's Tessmacher, and she's super hot, so she's great. She like hooks up with Mon-El on this show during the season.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never watched Supergirl.
I watched a lot of it. I really would like to go back and finish it. It got really bad when they got rid of Jimmy Olsen and replaced her with Jimmy Olsen's sister, whose only plot line was stealing everything Jimmy Olsen was and dating Alex Danvers, which was just poorly done. And they had like this whole thing where they were like using augmented reality as therapy. It was very stupid. They put on these contact lenses, they'd go, and then everyone's eyes would go white. They literally do this. It was very stupid.
That's weird.
Joe West and Cecile Horton had a baby named Jenna in The Flash season 4. Due to the particle accelerator, her pregnancy gave Cecile the gestational meta ability of telepathy, which has since leveled up to telekinesis. Jenna is now is at least 4 now and has not appeared for 2 seasons.
Not even just not appeared, not even referenced.
They mention her now a good bit.
Have they referenced her? Because I remember for the longest time.
What about me and Jenna? And then Cecile's like, I put the baby down. Shut up. I hate you.
This child's just been locked inside her room.
Okay, you know what the most abandoned baby is on the show? Cecile has a daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Cecile has a daughter that never came back. Never met her baby. Never met her stepbrother. Nothing. Cecile's daughter is gone.
Oh.
After season 8 of character development, several retcons, fluctuating usefulness like 37 love interest, and look like that kept getting worse. The Flash has now just decided to introduce Caitlin with a new alter ego for the final season. Her name is Keone. Also, the other 2 died. True.
They honestly, her looks like, what is this supposed to be? This looks like a high schooler going through a phase.
It's dumber than you think. It's dumber than you think. It's dumber than you think, Dan. No matter how dumb you think it is, it's dumber. I can't wait till Malcolm Thon's in my DMs again, trying to make a new account to DM me because I'm crapping on this, but it's so bad.
Yeah. They should never have gotten rid of Frost.
They shouldn't have.
That was of the alter egos, that was the better one.
Yeah. They also should have never split them into 2 people. That was really poorly done. Arrow season 4, episode 17 has Oliver fighting a bee-themed villain and her big combat robot. It's horrendous. I don't remember this even a little bit. For absolutely no explainable reason at all, the bee robot was literally only in a single episode had one of the coolest designs in Arrowverse history. Yeah, kind of does.
That's actually...
Oh my God.
That's actually really
awesome.
cool. The helmet is very much similar to Nobody from the Robin Year of the Blood, which not many people know. It was like Robin's little sidekick and had like those eye things. But yeah, that suit's actually kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Looks incredible. God, I'm mad we didn't get that.
Yeah.
In Arrow season 5, one villain of the week is an armor assassin named, how do I say that?
Scimitar.
Scimitar?
Scimitar.
Who co-showrunner Wendy Mersal referred to as big DC Universe character. However, there is no character named Shimtar or Skimtar because it turns out they accidentally adapted a Marvel character.
Oh my god.
No way.
No way. Okay, first
What?
off, that does actually look kind of cool.
Kind of. I mean, a little bit, Dan. Don't go crazy with it. Kind of cool.
That is.
Oh my god, no way.
And it definitely is that character. Like, it's not like, oh, it's similar. No,
that's him.
That's a...
Okay, editorial note, by the way, Dan, we could absolutely turn every single one of these tweets into like a short for the channel. Just so we keep that in mind. I'm going to pitch that to Benny so your workload might get heavier. Sorry, dude.
Hey, you're the shorts guy, so it's okay. All right.
No. The Flash season 7, as many shows did at the time, tackled the George Floyd protest. The killer Frost, now just Frost, as a BLM allegory, she is detained by the bigoted anti-metahuman indigenous cop Kramer, who claimed she was behind the big recent murder despite contradicting evidence.
I'll be honest.
They did do this.
I did not make that connection.
I didn't make that connection either. I didn't take it as that, but it's probably because I thought it was so stupid. I thought it was really dumb because Caitlyn, like Killer Frost, definitely killed a lot of people, and we excuse that a lot on these Arrowverse shows. Like Oliver Queen is not a superhero in the first season at all.
Oh no,
he is a bona fide serial killer with an MO. The Green Arrow is back. He's leaving arrows and bodies. Like, that really happened in the real world. That is a serial killer.
Yep, but that's how they justify everyone else. They're like, well, you didn't kill as many as Oliver, so you're on the team now. We are Flash. All right, let's move on.
We are the Flash. The villain of Superman and Lois Season 2 is a cult leader named Allie Alston. While not confirmed, the character's storyline likely are references to Allison Mack, a former Smallville series regular currently imprisoned for sex trafficking who is involved in a sex cult. Now, I don't think this is true, only because lots of people who work on Superman and Lois were, in fact, working on Smallville, and they loved Allison Mack. Like, Allison Mack was relatively well loved up until, sex cult stuff happened, whatever. So I think that that'd be really uncomfortable for a lot of people. That said, I love it. It's funny, and I'm with it. That's my canon now. I'll text Alex and ask him if that had anything to do with it. In The Flash, episode 22, Barry calls Green Arrow and Firestorm to help against Reverse Flash. Arrow had been doing the storyline at a time where Oliver was lying to his team and pretending to be brainwashed by the League of Assassins to remain undercover. He showed up wearing this outfit. It was really cool at the time. He was Al-Sahim, the Arrow in Arabic. And Robbie Amell, classic, showed up. That was the first and only time the Amell cousins got to be on screen together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. And yeah, that costume, I like that one.
I liked it a lot. And I liked him being called Al-Sahim. And I think the biggest issue with Arrowverse shows is that they introduce cool concepts, but they refuse to commit. So like Oliver being evil, commit. Flash going to Flashpoint, commit for a season. Commit to these ideas.
Flashpoint not
break
being a
mold.
season was still the weirdest thing. Or at least
even
not like
mid-season,
half a season.
even to mid-season, yeah. And then coming back with real consequences. I think that they always reset the status quo before the end of it.
They look so similar.
We got to hire Neb to do research for videos for us because Neb could just bring us topics with images ready to go.
Yeah.
Probably from their own hard drive.
All right, hold on. Let's see how many.
Definitely not anywhere close to the end.
Okay,
we're at 41. Do we want to go?
I'm honestly thinking we make a part 3.
Should we go to an hour and then go to part 3? I think we'll still have more even after we get to an hour.
Do it.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, let me scroll.
Thank you, Neb. Neb is
the real MVP. Oh no, I scrolled too far back.
You went past it. Neb, welcome to the team, basically. Thank you. Jitters was a coffee shop featured throughout many seasons of The Flash, being the main location where they would go besides Star Labs. They named the special drink after Zoom, despite him being a serial killer who snapped the necks of 9 people at the same time in their own coffee shop. Oh my God. Yeah, I have a Zoom and a Frost latte with the side of the blood of my friends.
I mean,
holy crap.
You know what? When something's that bad, you got to make the jokes about it. It's coping mechanisms. Naming your coffee different drinks.
Just imagine, hey, can I get a 9/11 latte? Can I get?
Oh my God!
You guys have do you guys have those Bin Laden biscuits this week? Like you can keep going. You go to like other
Those are
national
terrible.
tragedies.
That's it. Oh my god. Yeah.
Hey,
No.
do you guys have the COVID coffee today? Yeah, I'd like it 19 with a little bit of that. Can I have a vaccine in it? You know, the little espresso stuff
You
guys
got a
put in
little
there?
2020
One shot of
lockdown.
vaccine. Yeah. Can I get a lockdown? It goes, where's it goes like school shootings? Can I get a Columbine?
Okay. All right.
No, Dan, you can't shut me down. That's funny and people appreciate it.
There's too many possibilities is the problem.
I couldn't think of any more
Sadly,
tragedies.
there are too many possibilities.
There's way too many. If I had shootings in general or school shootings, I could have come up with like 30 different names of different locations. But instead, in the Flash season 8 premiere episode, Barry tells Despero, whoever you are, if you're looking for a fight, you found one. In the Portuguese audio dub, left in, Barry's voice actor says, look at this shitty dialogue after saying that line. Oh my God, that's incredible.
quick damage control. We are not making jokes or making light of such serious events. Please don't get at us.
They know that.
I am aware, but you know what? We're playing it safe. Disclaimer.
Triple down on damage control.
That being said,
not making fun of it.
That's hilarious. That's
super great.
Hold on, I want
to. Seja lá quem você seja, se procurava por uma luta, você encontrou. Olha que diálogo merda.
He like kills it afterwards. He just says it in the background. That's awesome. That's great. Awesome.
You can tell that's one of those ones where the mic was just left on and the person doing the audio was like, that's supposed to be in there.
Look at the shitty dialogue.
That's fantastic.
The Flash season 3 episode 17 is a special musical crossover with Supergirl where both cast gets together to sing cute original songs. The following day, Arrow had an episode where Oliver is physically and psychologically tortured by Prometheus in an unknown location. Yes. Which, do you remember this? So Grant Gustin is a Glee cast member. Melissa Benoist, I don't remember how we say her name, is a Glee cast member. Darren Criss came back for that episode, Glee cast member. And then like half of them were Broadway trained actors. And the people who wrote La La Land's music wrote some music for The Flash for this, which that's like when La La Land was up for Oscars and everything. I know all the words to the song, and if I had a ukulele, I could play it. The can't change how the days will unfold, can't change what Daniel may hold, but I want you in it every hour, every minute. It's very embarrassing, the whole song. It's very cringe.
Oh my gosh.
I got dumped very shortly after this episode aired. So like a month or two later. And I remember showing my girlfriend at the time this episode and whatever,
this was the reason,
and how much I liked it.
Unfortunately, that it did not work.
Yeah, and then when I listened to the episode after it, it became a song that tied me through all the feelings of heartbreak. So I'm sitting in my room as an 18-year-old man, crying, listening to Grant Gustin sing.
One of my favorite, I'm not sure if it's going to be in here, but my favorite musical episode was from the Bollywood episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Did you watch? Do you remember that one?
Yes,
I do.
It
was so like that was one that were like it was just good. Like it was so well done. All right.
During Oliver's 32nd birthday party, Arrow Season 5 Felicity gets Oliver a cake from Lord Mesa Bakery. This is a nod to Lord Mesa, a popular Arrowverse fan artist who Mark Guggenheim commissioned and then surprised by putting their art in the episode.
Oh,
True.
That's awesome.
I actually used to follow Lord Mesa back in the day. I loved his little chibi art. That's great. And then that was in the show. It was pretty good.
That is cool. I always like when like huge fans like this get like a little bit in the spotlight.
A little bit of love, you know?
It's awesome.
Right.
It's cool.
In Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 Episode 2, YouTube channels that made their reaction videos for the episodes were actually featured as reacting in the intro scene. Or features in the intro scene. The reaction channels post themselves reacting to their reaction being canon and reacting to the episode. Okay, that's why I was like, why can't I read this? Yeah, Blind Wave, these guys got to react to this. So on Crisis, they were reacting to them reacting in the show.
That's awesome.
I'm jealous, if I'm being honest.
If only we
Blind
had
Wave
this
guys,
channel.
four of them sit in a chair with their little notepad and they watch TV together. Pretty fun, actually. We should do that. Legends of Tomorrow Season 6, Episode 5. I haven't seen this yet. Features an entirely animated sequence inspired by the Disney princess films. a team at Warner Brothers Animation was brought in to create the scene, which lasts over 5 minutes, transforming back into a live-action cast.
It was
Wow.
actually like surprisingly well done as well.
Oh my god, that looks so great.
And like,
what a psychedelic trip.
Yeah, this one was actually a really fun episode. I think it was around the same time. It was the same season, I think, as Bollywood.
Yeah, maybe I just missed a lot of stuff. I don't know.
But it was all around like Constantine magic and like the House of Mystery or whatever it's called.
I love it.
It's a good one.
In June 2016, Grant Gustin revealed the title of the Flash Season 3 premiere was Flashpoint. This excited everyone as it's arguably the most well-known Flash storyline of all time, and they had enough material to probably last an entire season. It lasted 1 episode.
Like,
Yep.
That's like,
and then he imprisoned him. He imprisoned the Reverse Flash. He put him in a cell. He locked him up in a prison. He held him there. They're very unethical. The pipeline is the most unethical thing that has ever been made in a TV show. No superhero should own their own prisons. But yeah. I don't know if they've ever explained why it didn't last that long.
Well, luckily, we'll spend as much time as they spent on the storyline, so we'll go on to the next one.
In the Flash Season 3, Episode 10, Barry gives Kid Flash a motivational speech before they start chasing a normal criminal riding a motorcycle that is going at a relatively normal speed. Naturally, the 2 fastest men alive struggle with this task. Yes.
I always hated stuff like this.
Yep. Doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Moving on. The Flash doesn't actually take place in its own established original timeline because it's changed by the Reverse Flash and is going back and killing Barry's mother in the first place. The whole show begins as a paradox, which then becomes like 12 more paradoxes as the show continues. True.
Yeah, but
I always loved this.
Kind of part of Flash.
Yeah, but this guy's so like this Flash is significantly older than Barry. He doesn't get his powers until 2024, right? And like it's very different than what do you call it? The original Flash, the Flash that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of timelines. The first 3 main villains of the Flash get introduced as speedsters who are faster than Barry, and then beat the fuck out of him for 5 minutes straight, which is exactly. It's not even funny how incredible they are with like
that's
beating
that pose.
Barry.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have to pause real quick on that face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this one, if I remember right, this was the one where it was like, just kill him.
Yeah, please. Make it over. Make it end. Barry Allen and Iris West get to have their wedding 4 years in, but sadly the ceremony is interrupted by an army of Nazis from an alternate Earth. After defeating the threat and losing a couple friends, they redo their wedding ceremony, but it's sadly interrupted by Felicity, who also decides to get married.
What happened to your wedding? Those damn Nazis.
Then I pronounce you both. Hey guys, if you don't mind. And then Oliver and Felicity get married in the same breath.
Oh my god.
The character Chrissy Beppo, the editor of the Smallville Gazette, who befriends then works for Lois Lane and Superman and Lois, for some reason is named after Superman's friend in the comic Beppo, who also happens to be a genetically modified monkey. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
No. They're clearly season premiere. They're going to be focusing on her a little bit this season. So.
I'm going to just say, at least they didn't make her like African American.
Yeah, that was for the best. And
this
is a show that would do that. This is a show that would do that. Absolutely. In Arrow season 5, Oliver meets John Constantine's friend Esrin as he needs help against Damien Dark's magic. So he teaches him a magic called the Light of Soul. This light invokes the power of God himself and is used it by nuns in the Catholic Church. He uses it twice. Okay, thank you. His eyes look kind of cool, and that makes me think he could have really rocked a domino mask.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Awesome. That sucks. I love it.
All right then.
In the Flash, Oliver shoots Reverse Flash with an arrow by using takeaway speed by using nanites, courtesy of Ray Palmer. This line became a meme in the Arrowverse community because of how long, awkward Oliver's explanation was. This is jokingly referenced years later in 2 Flash episodes.
All right, this is definitely getting demonetized because of how many clips we're showing, but we kind of have to. I want to hear this.
I think we should be fine, honestly. They've been really short, and we've talked over a lot of them.
All right, let's see.
And the audio kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I think we'll be fine.
Nanites, courtesy of Ray Palmer. They're delivering a high-frequency pulse that's disabling your speed. You're not going to be running around for quite a while.
Yeah, it is. Which is why I'm really sorry, Barry.
But you guys thought I couldn't get drunk.
Nanites, courtesy of Ray Palmer.
Stop. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Nah, we're not doing another one.
Nanites, courtesy Ray Palmer.
Why do they... Nanites, courtesy Ray Palmer. Nanites.
Fantastic.
Oh my god. The AV Club gave Legends of Tomorrow episode 12 Last Refuge a low D+ rating score. The production design is lazy as the acting. Years later in season 4, the character Ava Sharp directly quotes this review to her girlfriend Sarah Lance. Oh. That's kind of fun. The swampy thingy. Swamp Thing. God, the show's incredible.
Legends of Tomorrow owned so many of the jokes and memes, and I think that made the show so much better.
Yeah. Supergirl showrunner Jessica Queller and Robert Rovner, the ones who pitched a 7th-season Supergirl without Supergirl in it, aren't certified for writing the script of the finale.
Aren't credited.
Story only. They didn't give post-finale interviews. Even the Game of Thrones showrunners still did those. Oh, dang. I guess because they were so jilted and jaded that their show ended. That's funny.
Huh?
I don't respect them. Yeah, as far as I know, yeah, I can read that. As far as I know, Jessica Quiller and... I can't read that. Never mind. It's too... It's too small. I thought I could. Robner haven't given any interviews after the finale. Almost all showrunners do tend to give interviews. So what do you think happened here? Do they just not care? Or do they know that their season was... Robert isn't on any social media as far as I know. And the last Jessica posted was about the show regarding the Lex-Lena romance. Okay. After that, she hasn't posted about her wedding and nothing about the show. Oh, my God. Wow. Damn. Actor Tom Felton played the new character Dr. Alchemy, Julian Albert, in Flash Season 3. He didn't return for Season 4 with no explicit reasons given. He was just rumored to be too expensive. Given his recent work, the producer should have no trouble affording him now. Guys, no.
Dang, shots fired.
Look, I love Tom Felton. One day he's going to be in a relationship with Hermione Granger. It's going to happen. Okay? They flirt a lot. We'll see. Oh. Legends of Tomorrow introduced Beebo, a toy who would be used to fight Demon Mullis, also worshipped as a god by Vikings. Beebo Save Christmas. Beebo Save Christmas was released in 2021 with the voice cast including Victor Garber, Yvette Nicole Brown, Ernie Hudson, and Kimiko Glenn. Yvette Nicole Brown is so great. I didn't know they made a Beebo thing.
Did you not see any of this stuff? Oh,
no,
my God.
I saw all of this. This is incredible. I'm talking about the Beebo show. I didn't see this.
I thought this was just a special part of the Legends episode.
I never saw this Legend episode. But I love that Yvette Nicole Brown is in it. I love Yvette Nicole Brown. She's Shirley in Community.
Oh, yeah. That picture I couldn't recognize right away, but once you said it.
Of course. God is canon in the Arrowverse and has a very extensive wiki page despite being lore accurate. Okay, hold on. I'm reading this like an idiot. Despite being lore accurate by having 0 physical appearances, it is unclear why he makes these heroes with annual deal with annual crisis event, or if he was also destroyed by the Anti-Monitor or brought back by Oliver. What?
Oh.
Feel free to read this. Sometimes the Rebellion of Satan.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, that's something. In 2018, Candice Patton voiced her concerns over having no female characters on The Flash getting their own Funko Pops. In response, Funko revealed an NYCC, a Killer Frost pop, and claimed to hear her demands. As of now, he's the only female character to ever get one. That is weird. We have Jesse Quick. We have XS. We have that. I think Candace Patton was, what do you call it? Complaining that she didn't get a Funko Pop. I don't know who would want an Iris Funko Pop. Comic Story and Gaming's in the chat, and they said, "Did you ruin Hassan? I came in to see a dead Hassan."
Yep, that's what Candace Patton does to you.
Yep. Thank you, Candace Patton. No, they should get some more female ones. I think they should have a lot of Killer Frost ones. And they should have had more Flash ones, too. Like, Barry only has these 3, and he has 5 different suits in the show.
Oh, so only Killer Frost got it.
Yeah,
okay.
She's the only woman to get one.
I misread. I thought it said, and as of now, she's the only one still not to get one, meaning like they did all the other females, but not Candace Patton, Iris West.
That would have been incredible.
That would have been
incredible.
Amazing.
While filming the Flash season 5 finale, Grant Gustin shaved his head under the assumption that he wouldn't be filming any more scenes without his cowl. This ended up not being the case, so his cowl had to stay on during the emotional scenes, such as his daughter dying and confronting Eobard Thawne. Oh my God, Grant!
Oh my God.
That's so funny. He looks great. He can pull off
He
a
does,
head.
but definitely not the Flash.
Oh my God, embarrassing.
That is funny though.
I'm gonna kiss you in the lips. Bring me back my daughter. I'll kiss you. That's what this looks like. In The Flash season 5, Elongated Man Ralph Dibny gets hit by Cicada's dagger, causing his own powers to invert his body. The VFX artists were feeling a little unhinged this week, so they went with this effect, which caused the CW to get several complaints regarding trypophobia. Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And I think we have time for one final tweets by Neb's Good Take.
All right, Neb.
And it's going to end on a Roy one again. Arrow set security was notoriously bad early on, with major plot points of season 3 being leaked early, even the ending shot. Multiple sites covering how the show had an unspoken agreement to not report these set photos. They didn't want the entire season to be spoiled. That's that.
All right.
I love seeing Roy in the Green Arrow suit. A classic shot from a classic season. Final shot of them driving off into the sunset, embarrassingly so.
All right.
And that is a wrap.
That is indeed a wrap. So we definitely have more for a part 3. So make sure to let us know in the comments down below if you want that part 3, because these are surprisingly enjoyable. Neb, I'm going to give another quick shout out at Neb's
Huge shout out.
Good Takes. Definitely go follow him, guys.
Yeah,
because got
these are
great
so
stuff.
fun, and we're enjoying doing this, and you guys seem to love it. And I feel vindicated by doing these, because it's like me finally showcasing that I was a diehard Arrowverse fan for an entire decade. Okay, and I've always felt like you guys hate me because of my Flash reviews, and now I'm like, hey guys, I love this once. Show it with my knowledge. So it's been having so much fun with these.
I'm going to laugh when we get to like part 16 and Neb throws one in there of us reviewing the show just for a little shout out.
I made this Twitter thread because of my love of comics. Comic Storian was actually how I found comics, and now Comic Storian is covering my Twitter thread about the Arrowverse shows, which I only got into because Comic Storian got me into comics. Imagine
it is so good.
The way they
so
phrase
good.
It.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching to today's show. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, make sure you got those notifications turned on, because YouTube does not like sending out notifications, so you got to turn them on yourself. We're also sponsored by Into the AM. Use code ABSOLUTELY at checkout. Get some fantastic soft shirts, and we will see you guys next time.